Have you ever felt like you're sinking? It's overwhelmed by the storms of life, with waves of doubt crashing over you? You're not alone. Today, we read diving into one of the most powerful and relatable stories ever told, the time Jesus walked on water and what it means for us today. Picture this. It's the middle of the night. The disciples are in a boat, far from land, battling a fierce storm. The wind is howling, the waves are terrifying, and they're exhausted from rowing. They're seasoned fishermen, but this storm is something else. They're scared. Suddenly, in the darkest hour, they see a figure walking towards them on the water. They think it's a ghost and cry out in fear. But a familiar voice cuts through the chaos. Jesus spoke, "Take heart. It is I, do not be afraid." Can you imagine the mix of relief and sheer astonishment they must have felt? But one of them, Peter, does something incredibly bold. He calls out, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus simply says, "Come," and Peter does it. He climbs out of the boat and starts walking on the water towards Jesus. For a moment, he's defying gravity, doing the impossible. He's walking on water. But then he makes a mistake we all make. He takes his eyes off Jesus and looks at the wind and the waves, sees the storm raging around him, and fear takes over. As soon as he focuses on the chaos, he begins to sink. In a panic, he cries out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reaches out his hand, catches him, and says, "You have little faith, why did you doubt?" Then they both climb into the boat, and the wind dies down. The storm is over. The disciples are left in absolute awe, finally understanding that this is truly the Son of God. So what's the big takeaway from this story? It's not just a cool miracle. It's a profound lesson about faith and fear. When Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he could do the impossible. The moment he focused on the storm, the problems, the impossibilities, he started to sink. How often do we do the same thing? We start a new project, a new relationship, or a new journey with great faith. But then we look at the challenges, listen to the doubters, and get overwhelmed by the storms in our own lives. This story is a powerful reminder. When you feel like you're sinking, when the waves of life are overwhelming, cry out. Just like Peter did. It wasn't a long, eloquent prayer. It was just, "Lord, save me." And instantly, Jesus was there. He's always there, reaching out his hand. He doesn't scold Peter for his doubt. He saves him first. That's grace. The key is to keep our focus. It's not about pretending the storms don't exist. The wind was real, the waves were real, but Jesus is also real, and he is more powerful than any storm we could ever face. This story invites us to step out of the boat, to take that leap of faith, and to keep our eyes fixed on him, especially when the winds of life blow the hardest. So next time you feel the water rising around you, remember Peter. Remember to call out, and remember to look up. The same hand that saved him is ready to save you. If this story resonated with you, like and subscribe for more Bible stories. Share this video with someone who might need to hear this message. Till next time, keep your eyes on the one who calms the storms.